What's up, Capricorn? It's the Soul from Intuitive Tarot. Here to look at your week ahead, starting October 6th, 2025. Capricorn, I hope all is well. Welcome any new subscribers to my channel. I appreciate you. The deck I am using will be listed in the description box. And just to give you guys a heads up, this is a deck I pulled out that has words written on the cards. I don't normally like to read tarot with words written on the cards already, but you know what, I decided to just go ahead and just do it. But anyway, what we'll do is, of course, I'll give you my spin. What I always feel that could be the energy that you receive, and then read the messages, because that could be useful to you as well. Some things that are mentioned that I rarely mention, or I do mention, and it's just something that you'll hear twice. But anyway, just cleansing the energy here from Sagittarius' messages for the week. And we're about to see what's coming up here for Capricorn. All right, what's coming up for Capricorn? What does Capricorn, what can they expect this week? Energies for Capricorn. All right, here we go, Capricorn with the cut. And we're going to start off with the first card in energy for you for this week. We're going to start off with the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands, and I'm holding cards up because if I put them down, as I turn them over, the light glares out the messages at the bottom. So it's very hard for me to read. So I'll lay it down after I read the messages and give you my spin. So the Nine of Wands is just one of my busy bee cards. So some of you want to be somewhat busy this week doing the things that you need to do for yourself, or it could be work related. It could be for your family. It could be for, romantic partners. It could be for friends. Okay. Just having the energy to take care of those tasks that are either on your plate this week or, not on your plate this week. You'll have the energy assist from the Nine of Wands. So the message, on the bottom of this card says, protect what you have created, be prepared, never give up, ask your angels for help, environmental activism, and animal rights. Completely different. All right, so following the Nine of Wands, now we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so the Nine of Swords is here. Nine of Swords is that card of worry, overthinking too much, seeking some sort of relief. Could be, having to deal with internal, external conflicting energies from your distant past. Could be currently, but could be from your distance or your recent past. All right. When you're seeking some sort of relief, it could be through any means of prescription medications for depression, anxiety. Non-prescription medication could be for, drinking alcohol, smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, anything that's going to help you through the days and the nights. Something that's very intense here. I oftentimes associate physical abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse with the Nine of Swords. Now, of course, I always talk about the Nine of Swords. Just because it's in your spread doesn't mean that every Capricorn that I'm reading for will be having to deal with this. No, it's just going to, be for those Capricorns who can understand and can relate to the reason why the Nine of Swords is in their spread. Of course, I'm going to throw a clarifier on this Nine of Swords, but the messages here at the bottom says unfounded fear. So it's all of that. So it's, betrayals, could be unfounded fear. It could be deception, that comes to you by others, being lied to, okay? Expecting the worst, it says here. Thus creating self-fulfilling prophecies, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the situation, sleepless nights, refocus your thoughts, okay? So you might be thinking about something too heavily and you don't need to put that much energy into it. All right, so but why did the Nine of Swords go up here for Capricorn? And again, I always say that it could be someone else that you may know and they're dealing with some sort of barriers or restriction, or somebody that you may know that's incarcerated behind bars. Then it would be their Nine of Swords energy. Well, why did the Nine of Swords go for Capricorn? All right, so maybe the Chariot represents something very, very positive, but we're just going to use that as a clarifying card. So it may have something to do And this could be on a minor scale. Actually, someone has a very profound fear. Remember, the Nine of Swords is all about unwarranted fears, right? So it could be a profound fear of someone having to, when it comes to travel, or it could be flying. They have a fear of flying. Okay. So that could be one of the messages that is coming through. It doesn't have to be something as serious, even though the fear of flying is, very serious for the person who experienced it. I mean, I've had a fear of flying until I finally just, decided to go ahead and do it. And once I did it, it was like, oh, this is not too bad. So I became, real comfortable with that. But anything is possible. Anything can happen. But it could be that someone has a very strong fear of traveling or flying. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And then unless I can come up with another message, I don't think so at this particular time. I don't want to put too much into that. So again, it could be that the issues may have approached you, Capricorn, where you may have been invited to travel, asked to travel, okay, but you still have this block here. And I had a Capricorn friend. I still have a Capricorn friend. His name is Steve. And when we worked together and stuff, we talked, he had a strong fear of flying. Several years later, he's gotten over that fear because he just said, I'm getting older, and, my wife wants to travel and want to do things, and, he just got on board. So he's been to several places and whatnot, but he was staunch about not traveling because he just had this unwarranted fear that, something bad was going to happen. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Capricorn, I'm sorry, not Sagittarius. So we're just going to leave it at that energy here. So someone may have a strong fear of flying or traveling. Up next now, we have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is the mother of all love, nurturing, caring, and supportive, right? Very intuitive, so pay attention to your intuition this week, Capricorn. She's here to help guide you. This is usually mature female energy, so it could be the female Capricorn that comes along and sees the video here, and, just to let you know that you're, loving, warm, and caring, nurturing to those people that you are close to. The Queen is in the group of cards that I always say that if it shows up in your spread, then you may already be receiving that energy from those that are near and dear to you. All right. She can pull in new relationships, romantic as well as platonic. But more importantly, pay attention to your intuition. So the words or the message written at the bottom of this card says loving, compassionate, psychic, self-sacrificing, deep psychic insights, caring for others, but forgetting to take care of yourself. Trust your intuition, a deep love of family and friends, follow your heart. Exactly what I said. All right, so following the Queen of Cups here for you, Capricorn, now we have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords, victory and success, gaining some sort of clarity or insight on any given situation, person, or event, first actions and first moves. The messages at the bottom here for you says brilliant ideas that may need refinement, overcoming obstacles with faith that everything will work out, communicate clearly and concisely, but remain objective. All right. Ace of Swords. Following that, now we have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is all about that romance, specifically for those Capricorns who may be already in a partnership. Of course, when it shows up here, you're getting out of that relationship and that what you are getting in. He holds the chalice in his hand, but that could be for other Capricorns in terms of a job offer approach. Something coming up for you in terms of a promotion or a job offer. The words written at the bottom of the card says romantic, flirtatious, introspective, fickle, falling in love, being swept up off your feet, a sudden love affair, a lack of balance in a relationship, situations or topics that make your heart flutter, a love of art and poetry. And of course, like the Queen here, but specifically the Knight will pull in romantic partnerships. All right, following the Knight of Cups here, now we have transformation. Transformation is usually the death card, right? Yeah, so it's usually a major life transformation. The transformation card here is never signifies, actual physical death. There's something that needs to come to an end, Capricorn, and something new is going to replace that energy. The messages here at the bottom says a significant life experience that requires changes to be made, powerful and often unexpected revelations, breaking free of procrastination, releasing old belief systems. That's the major arcana, the death card. And, I always talk about the most simplest thing. It'll be just getting rid of some sort of clutter that may have accumulated along the way. All right, so following the death card here, now we have the major arcana, the justice card. Justice being served, justice being in your favor. He holds the scales. So that means just balanced energy, and that balanced energy, Capricorn, can be stretched out into any other area of your life. Anything regarding, settlements, judgments, litigations, they will all be in your favor. Oftentimes associate workman's comp. That could be in your favor as well. Someone could be getting married here, but this could be a week for some Capricorns that I'm reading for and exercising your freedom, feeling liberated, and balanced for sure. The messages at the bottom of this card here says, be impartial and objective, stand up for what you believe, try to see all sides of a situation. You will win if your position is one of integrity. All right, next card up here for you, Capricorn. Now we have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is the card of worry and concerns over your finances. It's temporary, however that energy may be for you. Saving up, maybe not having enough to meet your bill expectations. This is also my ghosting card. So hopefully you're not ghosting someone not ghosting you, someone ignoring you, someone feeling stubborn towards you, and hopefully you're not putting that energy out there to other people. There is one positive aspect that comes out of the Five of Pentacles, and you still can be the Capricorn that donate your time and money to worthy charitable causes. The messages at the bottom here says negative thoughts manifesting into real challenges, fears surrounding money, reach out to others for assistance, poor timing for becoming self-employed. All right. Up next here on top of the Knight of Cups, now we have the King of Cups. King of Cups is basically the same energy as the Queen. It's just male energy. So it's mature male energy and very intuitive here to help guide you, right? In terms of your intuition. He's very compassionate, very loving, caring, and nurturing. And so the messages here on the bottom here says trustworthy, honorable, devoted, cautious, someone you can completely trust, a situation that is safe, a solid romantic relationship, hidden but well-intentioned emotions, a charitable benefactor, seeing a counselor. All right, so that's the King of Cups. On top of the Death card, transformation, we have Six of Swords. Six of Swords just means that there's a level of energy that may be moving away from you, Capricorn, maybe slow, maybe settling down or whatever. Things are getting better. So the Six of Swords here could mean traveling for others. And if you are going to travel, you're going to be safe to and from. The messages here on the bottom says the end of challenging times. Things are looking up. A welcome relief. Finding your way to a peaceful place. The end of depression or an illness. Travel or relocation. I always talk about travel and relocation, right? Now, there could be a move. Someone considering seriously about relocating to a different area or a move. Six of Swords. On top of the Justice card here for you, Capricorn, now we have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups here is the wish fulfillment card. In addition to your spread, you have the energy of the Star card as well. That's an additional major arcana. So the Nine of Cups is what you're wishing for, praying for, hoping for, may come to pass. Also, it's the yes answer to all romantic questions. It is not an even number of cups, but the energy of what you put out this week on an emotional scale is what you will get back in return. And the messages at the bottom here says wishes come true. Your dreams become reality. A magical time of life. Good fortune. faith in the universe that all will be well. And since you get the ghost shadow of the star, you get all the star's energy. So that's for some Capricorn, stargazing, dream journaling, social media, social networking. Again, wishes. What you're hoping for, wishing for, praying for may come to you. Any types of development with your own psychic energy may be enhanced. You may be meeting someone famous as well. Social media, social networking, right? All right, so last card here on top of the Five of Pentacles. We're going to finish off with the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is rapid energy that may come to you that may put a smile on your face, right? Always an element of surprise. And the messages here written at the bottom says, an amazing opportunity. Be bold, courageous, and optimistic. Now's the time to take action. Do what you're passionate about. So this could be the beginning stages of some sort of passionate affair. It could be a pursuit, or you're the initializer and beginning something creative, something in terms of a hobby. It could be a relationship. All right, so that's the Ace of Wands. All right, so this is what I have for you, Capricorn. Just keep in mind it's just me interpreting these messages here for you. Just take what's going to work for you. Leave the rest alone. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. You guys have a safe, great week ahead. Always come back to get more of these messages from me, Capricorn, and I will talk to you soon. Ciao.